Welcome to the Josh Lives podcast. It's all about comedy, music, fashion, entrepreneurship, and the culture. I'm here with my special guest today.
Hank Jr., aka Hustle Junkie, aka JB from
Okay. Where you from?
Oh man, I'm from a magical place, 39th Street, Abbey Wells. So that's 39th and King, Persian, and King Drive. If you don't know, it's the projects.
Where did you get started?
Man, I got started there. I guess it was like what's real concrete to me is the late '80s, early '90s. So yeah, I think I got started there, like just seeing certain things in life and recognizing things for what they was at a like kind of young age.
So let me ask you, who inspired you?
Oh man, and this crazy, right? This may sound like outrageous, but I never forget, like my mom was bringing me downstairs and I'm walking past the dudes in the hallway and it looked like they ain't got a care in the world and it looked like they having the most fun. And it looked like, of course a little ruckus here and there though, but it looked like they was actually enjoying themselves. So I had to listen to my mama. So the first thing I was thinking, like, I can't wait to be one of them, sitting in this hallway and doing what I do. So I was inspired by the people in my neighborhood, which most likely was the drug dealers and killers and all that other stuff. But as I got older, my inspiration started coming from other places.
Okay. What advice can you give to the youngsters?
Oh man, stay true to you, right? I tell people a lot of times, it's been snowing since the beginning of the time, and there's no snowflake that's ever been the same. So just embrace your individuality, right? Just embrace what makes you you.
Is it hard to do what you do?
Extremely hard. Extremely hard. Not hard in the fact of where I'm doing something super special, but hard to the fact where it's distractions every day. Every day is something that could get you off path from what you're supposed to be doing or what your true purpose in life is. That's like, that goes from your girlfriend, your mama, your auntie, your cousin, your sister, your brother. Everybody comes in with their plights or their problems, which can kind of like derail you from what you got going on. So I believe staying focused is everybody's problem. So vast majority of the problems.
Okay. So what do you do?
Oh man, the question is what I don't do, right? So I'm a graphic designer by trade, right? By trade, I'm a graphic designer. So I've been doing graphics since I think around 97, 98. I learned to trade in Virginia, Herndon, Virginia, which is Fairfax actually, which is like the capital of United States without being Washington, because it's Washington D.C., but we was 40 miles from D.C. So I learned how to do Photoshop and everything else from Virginia. And that's because I was in high school there, because I transferred from Dunbar and had electronics there. So when I got to Virginia, they didn't have no vocational type of nothing. So they taught me Photoshop, and then graphics and that computer changed my life.
Okay. What made you start?
Having nothing. Like, I think a lot of things in life start from you having absolutely nothing. And not wanting to also get caught up in what society is offering you, right? So I knew I had to do something different. I went to jail for like 24 hours, right? I was doing my thing for a while, but 24 hours, I was probably hustling for like 2 years. When did 24 hours, when I got out of it, I said, I'll never go back for nothing. So I was thinking like, you know what, I gotta figure out something else. I'm gonna make t-shirts.
Have any celebrities rocked the brand?
No. And the reason why I said, because I don't know why, I just don't push the brand as hard as other people should. But me, I respect quality over quantity. right?
Mm-hmm.
So I drop a couple pieces here and there. And it makes me real. It makes me feel a certain type of way when people walk up like, man, I still got that shirt you gave me. So, but I never really went full fledged and try to get celebrities to rock the brand.
Okay. So let me ask you, what gives you creativity?
Oh, so this is so crazy to me, and I actually get my creativity while I'm asleep.
Wow.
Yeah, so if I'm pondering or I'm thinking about something like before I go to bed, like, and so I always walk in the light of God. God could be whoever you want him to be. You know what I mean? Sometimes God is us. So, and that is living within, having heaven and hell living within you. So sometimes the God that we're looking for is the God within us, because God created us in His image. So we all are gods walking on earth. So when I believe when everybody's asleep and ain't bothering Him or bothering you, you are able to come up with the most creative things in the world because it's so quiet. You don't have to worry about your phone ringing. You don't have to worry about your girlfriend or your wife saying something to you. You don't have to worry about the kids bothering you. And at this point in time, you could really figure things out. I once made like 4 songs in one night. I used to do music, and one of the songs was called Insomnia. And it was like the best song that I ever made in my life, right? And nobody ever heard it because I was a hobby rapper.
What is your vision?
Oh, and that's a tough one, right? Because of course you're gonna have visions of your family being taken care of and well off. Of course you have visions of your kids growing up to be the people that they supposed to be. Of course you have a vision of yourself in that nice little car you're supposed to be driving, right? But I believe my vision is to not quit before the race is over with. So, you know, as long as I'm still working, I'm living my vision. As long as I'm still putting things together, as long as I'm still trying to figure out me, because there's never no time where you shouldn't be figuring out yourself.
Is there any competition?
A lot of people say me. I think it's competition everywhere. I actually have endowed in a book. It's a bestseller, right? It says still like an artist. So that means you're supposed to get inspiration from anybody and everybody that you walk across. So competition is great for me. You know, like I'm a competitive person. So like the better the competition, the better I perform. So I'm looking for the competition. I look for the people who say that I am him, you know, then I am him too.
How long have you been in the game?
So I'm blessed with 41 years on this earth, right? So I started at 20, so I'm 21 years in the game, easy. Like not even I did silk screening, like really running major machines where we running we have a product. Well, we have a line for Northwestern. I used to do Northwestern uniforms. We used to do every major chain uniforms, and this is embroidery, silk screening, whatever you need. So I could burn screens. I could print. I know how to do film. I know how to actually take the film and do to transfer papers and everything else. So yeah, man, it's a blessing.
Is it hard work being the CEO?
Yes. CEO comes with sacrifice. Sacrifice is almost the root word of suffering. So you gotta suffer. You have to suffer. Sometimes, like, okay, say for instance, somebody ordered a shirt. No, let's say they ordered a jogging suit from me, right? $125. Life is lifing. I mess up the order, right? So it goes from 125 to no. So I'm not making no money now, right? Now I have to compensate the client. So that means now I'm in the red. Not only I'm in the red, but I also have to add more money to it. So something that at first I was gonna profit roughly a couple of $85 to $100. Now I'm in a hole 50 to 60 bucks. So now, imagine you send it to the wrong place. Now shipping is out the window, got to double back on the shipping, and then imagine having other people selling the merch for you and they do the same mistake that you do. You can't even get mad at them, but you have to rectify every problem that comes along because this is your brand, this is your name, and don't get me wrong, you ain't gonna be able to satisfy all the people. It's not gonna happen. But at the same token, you got to make all the crooked places straight. And so it's a full-time job. And not only being a CEO is a full-time job. In order to be not even a perfect, but a good, because you can't be a great CEO. Only way to be a good CEO, you have to be a great employee. So it's sacrifices that has to be made all around the board.
Okay. So do you help the community?
Oh man. So I definitely have a career. No, I ain't gonna say I definitely have a career, but I have a career, and I work for a non-for-profit. And at this non-for-profit, I am a case manager, almost like a supervisor or whatever, but I ain't trying to take no titles because I don't need no extra responsibilities. But my caseload consists of 18 to 24-year-olds, and some of them are misplaced. I use that word contrast to being homeless or whatnot. So I have a lot of, and it's tough. So every day I'm helping somebody else's kid try to figure out what their life consists of and how can they make it.
Where did you come up with the name Hustle Junkie?
Oh, and you know what? The whole ride here, I was thinking like, today is the day somebody gonna finally ask me, where did I come up with this name? And what's so funny is, I really didn't even come up with the name. Right? So I used to have a partner. Her name is Wilma Sargent. She's one of the most amazing and peculiar people that I ever met in my life, though, right? So we were sitting in the office one day, and like I said, I'm a graphic designer, and I believe 2 words are better than 1 word on the t-shirt or just in text. And I asked her, I say, 2 words. Describe us in 2 words. And she's like, we hustle junkies. I say, God damn it, that's it, right? And whenever it do what it do, I'm always gonna kick her something back because she's the one that actually coined the term, and I just I sprinted with it. I ain't gonna say I ran with it. I sprinted with it.
Do you have a favorite artist?
Yes, my favorite artist is Bansky. Right, a lot of people don't know about Bansky. Bansky is a cold piece of work. They don't even know what he look like, right? That's why a lot of people don't even know what greatness look like, because it's people that you never saw before that inspire the whole world. So it's a documentary I think everybody should go look at. That's especially an artist. It's called Exit to the Gift Shop. I don't know what platform it's on, but it's amazing documentary. And you still don't know who this guy is. And he spawned a whole bunch of little hymns that made millions in days. So you can actually go check that out. It's amazing.
What is your newest design?
So I got a teddy bear, right? And this teddy bear is old. I call him Teddy Cash. I had a cousin that was my favorite. His name was Teddy. He was from ice cream shop. You know what I'm saying? It was the best. He taught me how, like, I'm an athlete. Taught me how to shoot a proper jumper. He had an amazing pump fake. But anywho, so I got a teddy bear. It's called Teddy Cash. And this teddy bear is full of cash, right? So if you look at the actual design, it's actually money busting out the teddy bear. And the thing is, we tell her like, oh, we need a bigger teddy bear, right? So what I did was just revamp that. And I'm working on turning it into an NFT. So that way we could be able to, go on to the next frontier.
Wow. Did you go to school for designing?
Like I say, I went to Virginia. I was in Virginia for like a year and a half, and the things that they teach at this so prestigious. So if a lot of people don't know, I went to Herndon High in Virginia. Herndon High was one of the high schools that played Remember the Titans in the movie. If you watch, you'll see that. And it's a lot of military families, it's a lot of government contractors. My best friend's father was a fire chief, right? So this was a very, very wealthy place. So the education was it stumped out the education at Dunbar. You know, or you think like, man, I did a placement test to get in Dunbar. So they taught me Photoshop. I ended up coming back within a year, and when I came back, I was actually helping the instructor, if not teaching the class with Photoshop. And so I've been doing Photoshop since '98.
Oh, wow, that's good. What stores are you in?
So I'm currently in those stores, and I don't plan really in being in those stores. If I be in any store, it's gonna be my own store. Hand in hand has always did me well in life. But I know sometimes I gotta get out my own way. So it's a possibility I could be in a couple of stores, but I think that's still down the line.
So what social media platforms are you on?
So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snap. It's all under Hank Jr. So Hank Jr. is something that spawned from my father. So me and my father born on the same day. A lot of people don't know. And he was, to me, I thought at first he was a complete asshole. But now that I'm older and I'm realizing like this guy was trying to train me for greatness, right? So that's why I go by the name Hank Jr. And Hank Jr. also doubles for Hustle Junkie. So it's the HJ. So I always made plans. I always had to have an exit plan. I think life is like real estate. Number one rule for real estate is always have an exit plan. How can you get out this deal? So whenever I do anything, I begin with the end in mind. So
do you have apparel for the kids?
yes, definitely. So right now, that's why I'm working into the Hank Jr. because you don't want to put the Hustle Junkie on the children. So you know the HJ is always plus. And also, I've been writing a book for my daughter. So, you know, because I have went to school to write script and everything else. So it's all about timing and litigation. So, but I am working on something that's going to be concrete for the children through my daughter line.
Okay. Would you want your brand to be in any movies or TV scripts?
So, like I say, I'm actually writing right now. So I'm gonna put my music and my clothes. You know, I heard of a double-edged sword, but I'm thinking about a triple right now. You know, and you know, I watch a lot of soccer though, so and everything else, so a hat trick is definitely good for me.
Okay. So how much does it cost to start?
And it depends. It depends on what you're trying to do, right? I think a proper startup for something that I'm doing, something that I did as far as the clothing line, it's like $1,500. It's real simple, real light. But it does take dedication, and it is a task to learn new programs, how to do artwork, and how to subcontract things, and what should you do on your own, what should you subcontract somebody else to do. So it's just that I think if you pay for anything, you pay for the advice from people that have been in the game for a while. And I think that should be what you really spend the top dollar from, so that you don't make the same mistakes that they made.
Okay. So where do you see your brand going?
Like I say, I started off with Hustle Junkie. I never forget a close friend of mine's, we used to always say Greece, like Greece, this is Greece. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna make a shirt to say Greece. Made the shirt, he ain't buy it. You know what I'm saying? So that just gave me an introduction to the business. But then it used to be called Unjust. Cause I think, you know, I'm always a community activist. I think that's my hat before it's anything in life, because I haven't had injustice done to me. So I know how that feels, and I was able to navigate that type of stuff. So we started off with Unjust, and then we ended up with the Hustle Junkie. And I was thinking one day, at a very young age, I was thinking like at 29, like one day I wanted to transition from hustling, because someone told me you can't hustle all your life, which made a lot of sense. So that's what made me come up with the acronyms HJ for Hank Jr. So to be truthful, you see how I'm dressed? This is exactly where I'm coming in. You know what I mean? Because I think at the end of the day, we all should have nice tailored stuff with the HJ logo on it. So definitely moving from the street apparel into the casual wear.
So I'm gonna ask you this again. Let all the people know where they can go get your brand from social media, where let them know.
So we definitely working on the store. It's gonna be hustlejunkie.store, right? No .com, hustlejunkie.store. We got some new releases coming this week. It's gonna be off the chain. Something so dope. I was inspired by another design from a major brand, and I was like, okay, man, we need to revamp that for the streets. So that's gonna be nice. But you can find me at Hank Jr. HANK Junior spelled out JUNIOR. And you can find me across, and then that's on Facebook. But you also can find me on Instagram at Hustle Junkie Chicago, and that's what we're doing.
Well, appreciate it. Thanks again.